Hey guys, welcome to our very first episode of this Let's Play series. In this episode, we're gonna go over the Vanishing Journey dailies. So first, I'm just gonna go over a little bit of the prerequisites and what you kind of need. So when you complete your 5th job advancement, you're going to be able to access the Vanishing Journey Arcane River area, which is called Nameless Town, and you're going to start off with a bunch of series of quests that you need to do in order to unlock your dailies. So I'm gonna let you guys know what you need to do for your pre-quests. The first quest in the series of pre-quests that you need to do is to kill 10 happy Erdas. And on screen is a little image of what the happy Erdas look like. So just a little tip from my experience, it's going to be really dangerous if you don't take out the Lantern Erda that floats around. That's the AFK mob, and it does do a lot of damage to you. It does 10% of your HP, and it also gives you the effect of abnormal status, which makes you unable to use potions for like 10 seconds. So after you defeat all 10 happy Erdas, it will take some time because you don't have any arcane force. You can turn in the quest, and the next quest is to collect 30 happy memories from happy Erdas. After you've collected 30 happy memories from happy Erdas, the next quest is to collect 50 raging memories from raging Erdas. So collecting these memories from the mobs, it does take some time. It's definitely recommended to bring a friend or ask a guild mate to help you, because the more people you have, the faster you can kill them and the faster you can collect the drops. Next is the sad memories. You have to collect 70 of them from these sad Erdas, and here's an image of what they look like. And from now on, every Arcane River map, as long as there's no players there in the area for maybe like 10 minutes or something, there's gonna be an AFK mob that spawns the moment you get into that map. So usually when I load into the map, the first thing I do is to take out that AFK mob. I don't want a debuff that doesn't let me pot. After you've collected 70 sad memories from the sad Erdas, it's time to collect 90 more joyful memories from the joyful Erdas. So fun. At times like these, I feel like they should just reduce the amount that you need to collect for the pre-quest. But after you collect all 90, welcome to the next area of Vanishing Journey. Since the first area was called Lake of Oblivion, I welcome thee to the Extinction Zone. The Extinction Zone is actually a pretty good place to train. The Stone Erdas are pretty good, Blazing Erdas are pretty good. Not so sure about the Soulful Erdas, because their spawn rates aren't as good as compared to the Stone and the Blazing. But once you arrive to the Extinction Zone, the first quest that you need to do is to collect 40 solid claws from the Stone Erdas. This should be pretty easy, because the spawn is good, and they're actually pretty easy to kill. Next, after the solid claws, you need 60 sticky oils from the Blazing Erdas. This might just take some time, but it's still manageable. And after the sticky oils, you need 80 hard shells from Soulful Erdas. This one is going to take a long time. Soulful Erdas are pretty tanky, so definitely ask for help. Finally, we are in the last area of Vanishing Journey, and the last set of pre-quests that you need to do in order to unlock your dailies. So after the cutscenes, I'm pretty sure it'll take you a while to get through the cutscenes, but you have to collect 50 Tranquil Solvents from Tranquil Erdas, and this is where the fun part comes in. After you've collected those 50 Tranquil Solvents, you need to collect 70 more, and after those 70, you need to collect another 90. So fun. But after you've done all that, welcome to the Vanishing Journey's first boss encounter, Arma. It's a fairly easy boss, to be honest, and it should take less than 30 seconds to defeat the boss. Finally, that is it for all of the pre-quests for Vanishing Journey. Now you get to unlock the dailies for Vanishing Journey, and you have to do at least 5 quests every day, and then you get another 3, which makes a total of 8 Vanishing Journey symbols that you can get every single day. Now, once you are past Vanishing Journey and you get into the Choo-Choo area, the Lashland area, and the Arcana area, you are then only required to do 2, and you'll still get the 8 every day. But I don't have to do that. I'm just gonna get to 100 Arcane Force and just leave it as that. And the reason for getting 100 Arcane Force is so I can deal 1.5 times more damage to the mobs at below the cave. That's because that's where I'm gonna plan on training. And now that we've unlocked our dailies, we can start towards our goal of getting 100 Arcane Force. And just a little quick tip for the Vanishing Journey daily quests. You have the ability to switch out all of them if you'd like. So what I would usually do is to kind of group them together in the same area. So for example, if I have 3 quests that are kind of in the same area, so Cave of Repose, anything in there, then that's good. If I have to deliver any of the Repose items, if I have to collect any of the Tranquil Erda items, or any of the Lantern Erda items, that's good. I kind of want to group all of those quests together. But at the same time, you're not always going to get the same quests. So sometimes you might get 2 quests that are in the Lake of Oblivion, so maybe defeat Happy Erdas, defeat Sad Erdas, and then you'll get maybe 2 more quests in the Blazing Extinction Zone, so maybe you have to defeat the Blazing Erdas and you have to defeat the Soulful Erdas. And then finally there might be 1 quest that, you're required to collect items, and then that will be it. Another good tip for if you ever encounter any quests that say deliver, the quest actually does not go back to the main NPC. There's actually a different NPC that you have to deliver it to. So if you encounter the Oblivion delivery quest, the NPC should be in the Raging map. So go to the Raging Erdas map and go all the way to the top portal, and that's where the NPC should spawn. If you encounter the Extinction delivery quest, the NPC will actually be in the Blazing Erda map, so you don't have to look for her. And finally, if you encounter the Repose delivery quest, the NPC will spawn at below the cave, which is where I'm going to be training. And because the quests are separated between defeating mobs or collecting, if you don't have a pet, for example Blackheart, you can get the free Blackheart pet, I would recommend going for defeating quests. Those are generally a little bit faster than collecting quests. If you do have a pet, then definitely go for the collecting quests, because those, if you have your big spider out, the drop rate is pretty high, and so usually collecting 50 is a lot faster than defeating 200 mobs. So I'm going to keep at this for a couple days. Right now we have 40 Arcane Force, we have 60 left to go. It's actually not that hard to get to 100 because you definitely started at 30. So I think maybe within 1 to 2 weeks you should be able to get 100 Arcane Force if you're actually doing your dailies every single day, or at least somewhere close to 100, maybe around like 60 to 80. That's also pretty good. And so right now I'm more focused on getting my dailies done, trying to get that 100 Arcane Force rather than training, because training will be done regardless. You can get around 10 to 20% EXP just by doing your dailies. So training to 210 will definitely come a little bit later. Now, in terms of range, you don't really need that much. So I'm currently sitting at around 300k, and that's plentiful. So definitely try to aim for around this number. It's okay if you don't reach it, because it may just take 1 or 2 more hits, but if you want to comfortably defeat these mobs, definitely aim for a little bit of a higher range. And as I've said before in the previous episode, some of these funds are coming from my dual blader, and because my Legion level is already at 7,200, the Legion coins go straight into this character to buy epic pot scrolls, cubes, flames, and bonus pot scrolls. The next little tip that I want to give you guys is just to be patient. I mean, you do only get 8 symbols a day, and even my dual blader's Vanishing Journey symbol isn't maxed yet. It's still level 17. So this symbol takes the longest to max and requires the most patience. Now I do want to go over some good maps to train on from 200 to 210, and the first map that I would recommend is the Sad Erdas map. It has a really good spawn rate. The platforms are quite diverse, and if your class is a mobility class, then it should be no problem for you to reach the next platform and defeat those mobs. If Sad Erdas isn't enough EXP for you, then I would head to either Stone Erdas or Blazing Erdas. These mobs are pretty good. They spawn pretty fast and they're easy to kill. And then after that, I would say maybe around level 205 and above, I would just head to below the cave, because by then, I'm pretty sure that by then I'll have my 100 Arcane Force and I'll just do 1.5 times more damage to them. Training to 210 actually is pretty quick now, because they have scaled down the EXP curve, and during the Black Mage update, which is coming soon, the EXP between 200 and 220 will be reduced. So it'll take a lot less time to get to 210, obviously. And also, there's going to be a weekly quest from Vanishing Journey that gives you a Nodestone. So definitely be on top of that, because Nodestones are so helpful for dealing more damage and taking down mobs. So when I do my Vanishing Journey dailies on my dual blader, I just leave my big spider out and I just do the quests. and usually I might be lucky and find a nodestone, and I would just hoard it or maybe even sell it, but nodestone prices are definitely dropping, so I just hang on to it. The next thing I should probably do on my ARAN is probably to take advantage of the event. And I should also be doing daily bosses and killing as many bosses as I can for more reward points, because obviously you can kind of double your reward points if you do all of the hard bosses on your main character and then the normal versions of those bosses on your mules, and it'll just help you get more cubes, any protection scrolls if you need it, and even an extra pendant slot. And I've sort of been kind of lazy on doing my daily bosses, so I've just been farming monster collection for my reward points and just the weekly bosses. Generally, this is enough for me to get a pendant slot and 5 red cubes. Really depends if you need red cubes or black cubes, or you can just always wait for DMT and spend some money there. So thanks for tuning in to episode 1. I hope you guys enjoyed the kind of pre-quest guide and what I am doing with my ARAN and how the progress is going. And I hope to see you guys in episode 2.